I don't think it's controversial, and I don't think many people would disagree with me even when I say that we here in the US live in a society that depends on keeping people at the bottom as ignorant, as uninformed, as distracted, and as divided as possible, so that the people at the top, the ruling class, the Epsteins, Elons, and Trumps of the world, can continue to do whatever it is that they want to do to grow their wealth and their power without having to deal with very much pushback or resistance from the people at the bottom. I'm sure we can all agree with that, right? And if we can recognize that we live in a society that wants to keep us ignorant, then we also have to recognize that education and media literacy are two of our most powerful weapons. And we can't expect the K-12 education system, especially under this administration, to teach us everything we need to know. And when it comes to the news, we've seen time and time again that we can't count on corporately owned mainstream media news outlets to tell us the honest truth about things that are happening in our world today. We saw it these last 2 years with the way that they failed to honestly cover the genocide in Gaza. And you're going to see it again with this recent illegal intervention by the United States in Venezuela, the way that mainstream media manufactures consent for US crimes around the world. And every now and then you'll see that they have a liberal and a conservative on to debate the issue and show a difference in opinion, but very rarely do they step outside of the permitted lines of debate, which is anything that would make the ruling class too uncomfortable. Which is why it's so important for us to expand our media to include independent sources that aren't going to be afraid to speak truth to power. Thanks to social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, we have access to more of these kinds of independent voices than any time in history. And while I do sometimes go to Instagram or TikTok to get a sense of what's happening in the world and what people are talking about, when it comes to getting a deeper political analysis, I like to either read the news myself or go to YouTube to listen to some long-form content from voices that I trust. For example, when it comes to breaking news, I like to listen to Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman and Juan Gonzalez. I also like to check out Breaking Points with Crystal Ball and Sagar Anjeti to get to listen to different political perspectives. A couple other people I like to listen to for their political analysis are Chris Hedges, Mark Lamont Hill, Brianna Joy Gray, and Hassan Piker. And as an honorable mention, I want to throw in FD Signifier for his amazing video essays. The dude is a top tier YouTube legend in my book, and if you haven't seen his content, please fix that. So those are some of my favorites, but now I want to hear from you. Who do you like to listen to, and what have you learned from them? How have they helped you to expand your consciousness? And lastly, something that I would love to see more people doing this year is to just log off social media for a bit, find a good book, and read. This is a book that I've been reading lately. It's a collection of essays by James Baldwin, and I'm loving it, especially this essay right here. It's called A Talk to Teachers, which you can find online for free. And to bring it back to what's happening in Venezuela, if you want to learn more about the history of US imperialism in Latin America, you can check out this book right here, Harvest of Empire by Juan Gonzalez, co-host of Democracy Now! And there's also a documentary version of this book if books ain't your thing. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and share to help boost the conversation. And if you want to support my work, you can check out the links in my bio. That's it for me. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.